Welcome back to another quick installment of ONJ Insiders.
Welcome.
Um, in today's broadcast, we have another big trade, big stars getting traded. We have full trade details. Spurs, main person they got, Deaaron Fox.
The main person that got
Kings, the main person they got. This is all I know. This is all y'all care about. The main people.
the
Zach
main
Lavine.
people.
Zach Lavine and what? Three first round picks. 25 Charlotte, 27 Spurs, 31 Minnesota, which that's a crazy pick. 31
Well,
Minnesota.
31.
And then the Bulls.
They are in the middle
Uh
school gyms as we speak.
I don't even know who the main star for the Bulls is, so I'm naming all three. Zach Collins, Trey
Okay.
Jones, Kevin Herter,
Okay.
and they get their
Ooh.
very own 2025 pick. So you know them boys are gonna tank.
Hmm.
Tank.
How? And their
What?
own, you said their own 2025 pick?
Yeah, I think the Spurs had the Bulls 2025 pick, so then they ended up getting it back because you know them boys about to tank,
Trey
tank,
Jones. Trey
tank,
Jones? Wow.
tank.
Yeah. In terms of the Bulls,
Go ahead, start
I
with the
don't know.
Bulls.
I don't know how I don't know. I don't know their time period. Let's just start with the heavy hitters, pause. Uh, De'Aaron
I
Fox.
just love.
Hmm?
Go ahead.
Oh, okay.
Heavy hitters.
De'Aaron Fox, homecoming, gets to go back to Texas. You know what I mean? Great. Gets to, team up with a 7'5". I don't know. Do you even call is phenom enough?
An
Like it's got
alien, an
alien,
alien.
unicorn, American Dad, like I don't know, something. But like, yeah, those two together it's gonna be something
Crazy,
special.
crazy.
Insane. Spurs are building. They're building for sure.
They're building, and I think
Um,
the biggest thing about it is that they kept a lot of their core young guys.
ooh, talk about it.
None of them got traded. Even surprisingly, I don't think CP3 got traded either.
Yeah.
So
So
they
that's
still got
why.
CP3.
And CP3 was hooping this year. Like he wasn't bad.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And like he was kind of having. I don't know if he was as effective as he was with us in OKC, but like I mean, he's having like a similar like type of feel like a young team, very, very well, not young, very young team, like very, very young, right? Not a lot of winning has been done with this core, you know what I mean? So for him to once again try to carry this team, well, no, well, not try, he is like carry this team into and bring a winning attitude, and to add De'Aaron Fox to all of that, my
Crazy.
lord, like it's gonna be incredible.
It's gonna be
um
a fun team to watch.
Now,
Definitely.
do you see, I mean, with CP3 playing well, right? Do you see any pushback potentially into, I mean, I doubt it, but since he's like so old in his career, but do you see any pushback in terms of possibly moving to a bench role? Because I don't know, I doubt,
I
you know
don't
how I feel about the 2 point guard lineup. Like you're
I
not
think I
having,
think the fact that CP3 went to the Spurs, I think he's in that stage where he's okay with mentoring. Um, so seeing how they got, another young person to play the guard role, I think he should be fine there. Hopefully. We don't know CP3
yeah, and I mean, I'm even more excited too because as well as CP3 was playing, right? You get that production move to the bench, so it's like it's less pressure on him. He could just come in and just lead the second unit. Like what? Like that's yeah. Spurs are in a great spot right now. What do you think about the Kings? How do you think they fared off?
I think
This
the Kings really looked at the Chicago Bulls when they had Zach Lavine and DeRozan and how they were a playoff team, and they were like, "That's what I want right there. I need them two boys back together." Because it really makes no sense why they got Zach Lavine, if I'm being all honest. Especially to pair him up with DeRozan.
Mhm.
Um, to experiment. It's been done. It didn't get that far.
Yeah.
Don't know why you want to try it again. Who's their point guard at this point? That's
I don't
another
know.
question.
I don't know. That's a great question, actually.
Uh,
Um,
unless
Do
they're
we even
going
have any
crazy
point
and
guards on
putting
the
him outside.
roster? Is the question. Like, so
Who
what
knows?
is David Stockton getting a call up, a G League call up or something? Like, David Stockton, they gonna have to call on David Stockton or somebody because who's the PG? They're listing like Malik Monk as the PG, like the
Huh?
true the like I
Yeah,
don't
that's definitely gonna work out.
like I don't know, but I mean, homecoming for Zach Lavine. Um, you know, uh, him and DeMar get to team up again, and I'm curious, like, is Sacramento even done, right? Because you hear because like you would think like maybe this is Sacramento might be good enough. Like, of course, they need to find a point guard for sure, right? But like, are they even done in terms of moves? Like, do they move on from DeMar DeRozan? Like, do they move on from Sabonis? Right?
They gotta
Just
they gotta
because,
make a lot of moves. They gotta make a lot
yeah,
of moves. And the
like
sad
it's
part is when you think, they lost out on Luca during draft night, right? For some reason, they didn't think they should draft Luca. So then, the team starts going on an uphill trajectory, and then they make a lot of questionable moves. They got the Rose, and it was never a good fit. I feel like, as you see, I don't feel like they meshed well. Um,
fired their coach.
they fired their coach after their coach brought them to the playoffs
What?
when that big
Like
drought they
what?
had. You fire him, and then you upset your star player where he wants to trade. It's very questionable moves. A lot of people after Luca got traded said they had the Mavs fans and their prayers. I think we gotta add the Kings to that because
Add
it's a
them
long
to the
struggle.
add them to the list for sure. Also, shout out to Sabonis too as well, leading the league as a center in NBA 3-point percentage is insane. So the fact that we've lived to a point where a center is leading the National Basketball Association in 3-point percentage is it's two things. Well, actually, it's two things. Sabonis and then Jokic. This is I know it's a side note, and then
Hey,
Jokic averaging a triple double at the moment.
they
Hopefully, he
might.
can. I hope he keeps that up.
I
But
think I figured it out. I think they're running some bonus at the point guard. Hey, they could do like the Nuggets. Jokic is technically the point guard. He's the
stop,
playmaker facilitator.
stop,
Maybe they'll do
stop,
that with the ball.
stop. Sabonis is not bringing the ball up on a full court press, bro. He's not. Stop it. That is the slowest full court press